So now when we put our cakes together, we have other pieces we're going to be making so that we are doing a whole layer effect. So we've painted, we've dabbed again, and we've overpainted. Didn't take a lot of time. So now I'm going to show you how I attach all of my cake dummies to my boards. I love pins. Pins, pin, pins, gotta love pins. A lot of folks think, what is she gonna do with pins? And then they hear me and they're like, oh, never would have thought of that. And it's like so simple. These boards, pins are gonna go through. So you're gonna set your cake down on top of it. I'm gonna flip this over onto this board because I don't want to have that all over my workstation, and it's just put the pin right into it. Now, this is how I have always done all of my competition cakes because they're dummies, and it holds them in place perfectly for me. And not only that, this little top that's on these actually allows me then to be able to have a slight bit of room underneath my board. And I can pick it up without any problems, and it holds like glue. The other thing I like to use my pins for is when I'm transporting a cake, I put it right through the side of it, on both sides, and then when I put it into my car, whether it's a floorboard or the back of my truck, into the carpeting, you just push those straight down into that carpeting, and this cake is never going to go anywhere. Little pins will transport your cakes for you. So that's your quick little tips. It's kind of like a little info commercial coming to you live. My favorite little tip to share. All right, where's more questions?
Yep. Should you let the base color dry a little before making the seaweed?
No, you can just go right on over it.
Oh.
But I do like to do all of mine and then come back because I'm not going back and forth. Yeah. So this is how you start to get to this. Now, you all know how to stack cakes. If it's a real cake, remember proper supports up underneath it. If it's a dummy cake, there you go. If it's raised up, make sure you cover that bottom because when we're judging, we do look at that bottom. All right? There we go. And you can choose to do them lighter. I actually like mine dark. If you want to, you can add additional colors to it, some coral, some pinks, some reds. This is your cake when you do it. I'm only giving you the information, the techniques. It's for you to take it outside of the box that I live in with mine and make it your own. So I would love to see after this airs, you guys showing me photos of your under the sea cake so I can go, oh my God, I'm so going to copy that because I will.
So the darker colors is actually deeper in the sea.
Deeper into the sea, yeah. And if you wanted to, you could bring your colors. This one could have been really, really dark, and I've got a little bit of a lighter up here because as we come upwards, of course, we get that light coming into it as well. So, yeah, all the way around it. Now, people always say, well, why isn't it a beach scene? Why isn't it a, you could put some sand here. You could put sand here because the bottom of the ocean most definitely has an awful lot of sand.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
Once again, your cake, you're making it, add it to it. But just keep in mind that it is under the sea. So we can't have like a beach theme and then, whatnot. Well, you can, it's yours. All right, so we'll slide that up out of the way. All right, so now we're going to move on to doing our casting, which is going to be putting, using molds and making our fish and our pulled pieces. So I'm actually going to start with green into the microwave. Once again, that whole cup going in there, I'm heating it at a minute and 20 seconds because I know this microwave. You at home, monitor your microwaves because every microwave has a different temp to it. And so, if your microwave's one of those 1400 watts and this is a 900 watt, it's going to be a huge difference in how long we're cooking now or heating it. So that's going inside to there. I'm going to step right over here and get these little guys up here. Bring one of those up. Bring a mat over. This is just a little sill mat that I'm using. It keeps things from sticking to the table. Susan appreciates that.
Is that code for silicone mat?
Silicone mat. Yeah, it's just a cell mat. Actually, it's just a cell mat. It's a baking mat. You can get them pretty much anywhere. This was a large one that would fit a sheet cake, and I cut it into 4s because it's easier to work with a smaller one than it is a really large one.